India in details.
Modi meeting Trump again. Admiration, jealousy, heartbreak, shockwaves, and fear. So many emotions. From Russia, China and Pakistan to Bangladesh, France and Germany. It seems nobody can afford to look away. They say that India has come a long way. No doubt, the country is a global heavyweight, and of course, it is quite visible in many ways. But how did the world react when the leaders of the two huge democracies met, and when the President of the United States of America pulled out a chair for Mr. Modi? Well, it seems that some Americans missed Modi. Trump pulled out a chair for him, and he even said that Modi is a better negotiator than him. But before I dive deeper to see some of the reactions that are coming from around the world, let's start with the Americans. So many Trump supporters in the USA are flying very high. And it seems quite strange that some Americans blindly believe that BRICS is more or less dead, all thanks to Mr. Trump.
BRICS is dead since I mentioned that. BRICS died the minute I mentioned that.
And of course, it is actually Trump who has given those Americans that confidence. Here, a user has posted a step-by-step procedure of how BRICS will collapse. According to him, after Modi's visit, there is no I in BRICS anymore. But not everybody seems so delusional. As posted here, BRICS is here to stay. Some in America also seem to be hoping that Modi's India and Trump's USA will do something to confront the threat of radical Islamic terrorism. As far as Russia is concerned, it does not seem very happy about Modi's oil and weapons related discussions or trade with the USA. It is quite understandable. The Russian media in India has been trying very hard to promote these Russian fighter jets. So when Trump offers something like this to India, Russian jealousy or discomfort can be expected. Also, the Russian media seems to be ignoring the friendly moments between Trump and Modi. Instead, Russians appear busy explaining how well BRICS is doing. As mentioned here by this Russian media outlet, BRICS is about the rise of the global south. As far as China is concerned, it is quite obvious that it doesn't want India to get access to the cutting-edge American military technologies. Any American weapons-related deal or discussion is reported almost promptly by the Chinese media. The Chinese media outlet Xinhua reported this. And of course, as expected, the Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiakun reacted. According to him, the Asia-Pacific region is a hub for peaceful development, not a chessboard for geopolitical maneuvering. These days, the overall Chinese tone about India does not seem as harsh as it was at one point in the past. And just like the USA and Russia, China is also looking at the possibility of improving its trade ties with India. As far as Bangladesh is concerned, please listen to this.
And what is the role that the deep state played in the situation in Bangladesh?
Well, there was no role for our deep state. It was. This is something that the Prime Minister has been working on for a long time and has been worked on for hundreds of years, frankly. I've been reading about it. But I will leave Bangladesh to the Prime Minister.
Now, these words from Trump may send some sort of shockwaves in Bangladesh. But of course, here it is important to point out that as a country, India is not against the people of Bangladesh. It is only against the radicalized elements in Bangladesh who pose a threat to India and the non-Muslim minorities. It must be pointed out that even during the ongoing tensions, India reportedly has sent a lot of rice to Bangladesh. And to be honest, some in Bangladesh appeared quite happy about Trump's words here. As reported by this Bangladeshi newspaper, Trump ruled out any involvement of the United States in Bangladesh's ongoing issues. But did Trump speak the truth there? Well, probably you have the answer. As far as Pakistan is concerned, it has reacted strongly to India-US joint statement. So what is Pakistan so angry about? Well, let's take a look at the India-US joint statement first. Here, what does it say about Pakistan? You can read this. The leaders further called on Pakistan to ensure that its territory is not used to carry out cross-border terrorist attacks. Of course, a reaction from Pakistan's Foreign Office was expected. You can read Pakistan's response here. All I can say is that it clearly seems that Pakistan hasn't learned its lesson. Not only it is lying to the world, but also it is lying to itself and possibly harming its own people's future. Seeing this chair gesture from Trump, a user commented, "Ya Allah, Pakistan ko to आसानी से भीख भी नहीं मिलती और यहाँ मोदी को महाराजा जैसा treatment." As far as Al Jazeera is concerned, a propaganda article about India and the so-called anti-Muslim violence was expected from them. And it seems that they managed to do just that, even in an article that was supposed to explain the key takeaways from Donald Trump's meeting with India's Narendra Modi. The media outlets in France and Germany highlighted the so-called bromance between Trump and Modi. This article in France 24 mentioned that for nearly 3 decades, US presidents from both parties have prioritized building ties with India, seeing a natural partner against a rising China. And this article in Germany's DW mentioned that despite the personal chemistry between Modi and Trump, America first cannot mean India first and vice versa. For India, it seems that there is a lot to gain here. Some of the uncertainties regarding Trump have gone away, at least for now. The country has once again demonstrated that it can be on good terms with the USA, with Russia, and with China, all at the same time. And the outstanding thing is that India does it all while representing the global South and supporting it in its resistance against the Western colonial criminal states. But as I explained in this video, the radicalized Christian elements in the USA and their support for Trump does not look very promising for India. We need to wait longer to see what Trump actually delivers. But as far as Trump and this chair movement is concerned, I would like to remind viewers that it is not the first time that Trump has done something like this. Not that long ago, he was seen doing it for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Also, Trump is known for speaking his mind. And sometimes, small gestures can have a big meaning. No matter how smart, experienced, or well-trained you are, and no matter what your diplomatic constraints are, when you meet a person who you truly respect or admire, you might end up doing things that you are not able to control. But in this context, pulling out a chair for India's Prime Minister seems to have nothing to do with servitude. It looks like a friendly gesture. It appears warm, respectful, and welcoming. I'm sure Mr. Modi didn't mind that at all. See you again.
You